What is up, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today we are go-karting. As you can see, this is one of the last things that I did in Australia before leaving to move to the UK, so it was a bit of fun, and yeah, let's hopefully put that across in this video. Since we're on the topic of go-karting, I'm actually going to be doing more of it in the future. I'm set to do a 24-hour race with WTF1 on the 6th of April. And it's going to be absolutely sick. So follow me on Twitter to know more about that event and what's happening. I'll be racing with the likes of Jimmy Broadbent, Super GT, TRL Limitless, Veloce James, and those are the people on my team. That's not counting every other person that will be competing against. So it's going to be absolutely sick. I'm going to hopefully vlog it. So make sure you stay tuned to the channel to see that. It should be pretty darn sick. There might be a live stream. If there is, I will tweet the link. All the details, etc. will be either in the description of this video or they'll be on Twitter, so keep an eye out for that. But yeah, here we are for this go-karting video. This is Kingston Park Raceway. I do not know what I was doing with my hands there, but we are ready for this race. This is Kingston Park Raceway in Brisbane. It's a Friday night challenge. Essentially, you start off with like 30 odd people, split off into about 2 groups, and if you progress through to the semis and then the finals, you are the greatest go-kart racer in history, essentially. But yeah, it's just a bit of fun. I came here with my dad. This is race number 2. In the first race, I think I got second, but for some reason the grid was, I don't want to say it was reversed. It was reversed, but not completely accurately, because the guy who won the race is starting in front of me, so I don't know what the deal is there. But essentially we're doing a last to first challenge here in this race, and this was the most entertaining one of the lot, so I'm showing you guys this one. So let's see what we can do from P16.
What happened? Let me know you're okay.
We've already got damage. We're out of the race. Red front wing, unfortunately. No, we're getting ready to start this race now. P16, last on the grid, rolling start, and I have no one alongside me on the back row of the grid, so I can take whatever line I like. Away we go with this race. Number 6 is the kart to watch. He was the fastest guy throughout the course of the night. So this is me going around the outside of my dad. Thank you very much, P15. I knew from the first race, because I started on the inside on pole, and I just got completely done around the outside, so it's not the ideal line to take at the start of the race. We find ourselves in P13 just by avoiding all of the carnage. You know, I'm taking all of my skills learned from, you know, F1 open lobbies, keeping it clean, and just picking up places. It's just like the games. Who would have thought? Gaming. Preparing me very, very well for real life. We find ourselves in P11, and I don't really feel like I've done all too much so far, so we're looking pretty good. We're in front of kart number 6, I believe, who is the GOAT of this lobby. No, it's not this lobby, it's this little competition, shall we say. P10, we're in the points if we're based on F1 regulations, but now we're in the slipstream of the car in front. We're tucking our head in as well to get the best amount of straight line speed. We're getting ultra sweaty air into turn 1. I tried to go up the inside there. It's not really an overtaking zone. Well, it's not the preferred way to go. I'm never brave enough under brakes into turn 1, and kart number 6 gets in front of us. We overtake someone who's gone off track. Someone's turned in front of us, and you can see the hand of rage has been activated. But meanwhile, we're going around the outside of a couple of cars. 2, 3 cars into P8. Thank you very much. I will take that every single day of the week. Unfortunately, those 3 karts that we did overtake, none of them were the guy who was super quick. So he's got track position over us. I just overtook someone who was going really slow, and I don't know if they were for position or not. I'm going to say not, just because of how slowly they were going. So we're going to still say it's P8. Going around the outside now of another kart. Can we make it stick? No, we can't. We just get cut off there. Turn 1. I don't know, man. It's really hard for me to be fast through that. You have to be really flowing with these things. They don't accelerate all too well. You've got to keep the speed up. You've got to keep the revs going. but that's the corner I particularly struggle at. That's P7 for us. Just picking up places due to people getting taken out and going for audacious moves, and I'm just doing my best to keep it clean, although I did make contact with this guy in front, and it looks like it's happening again. I don't think this guy has any spatial awareness at all. He's not checking left or right. Gives us the big squeeze.
Okay, he pushed me off the track. I think you have to leave a space. All the time you have to leave a space. Okay?
What an absolute nutter. That was like the second or third time that he came across on us, so cheers for that. It's P6 now. We thankfully cleared him. Over the course of the night, you know, there were many people of different skill levels, and I'm not taking this overly seriously, but I would like some space every so often. You know, it would be nice to not get put into a tire barrier, but I'll digress. Next up is P5. We're making some pretty good ground here. This is kart number 29. Let's see if we can make the move stick. They leave the door open at a pretty much flat out corner, so that gives us an easy position there. And there we go. We've now got the quick boys in front of us, essentially. And I think we're pretty much working for the rest of this race to really just close in the gap. Apologies about the camera angle. I can never seem to get it right. It's always a rush trying to get into the cart and then get your GoPro set up, but I never quite get it right, but I'll know better for next time. But yeah, this is really the first time in the whole race where we had clear air and we were able to not get held up and kind of show our true pace, I suppose. P4 is just a couple of seconds up the road. We're closing up to them, but there's only a few laps left to go in this race. And as this one went on, I was really starting to struggle with my wrists. These karts are really, really hard to turn. The hardest karts I've ever driven. They really take a toll on the arms. It's the upper arms are fine. It's the wrist, and I think the bumps kind of accentuate that, especially through the final couple of corners. It's a real killer. And by the end of the night, like, I couldn't feel my hands anymore. It was ridiculous. But next up is P4. Let's see if we can make a move here. They're running in a little bit compromised into the final corner here. We'll try and get a better exit, tuck into the slipstream. Unfortunately, no DRS in go-karting. Hopefully that can be a future for the next generation. But we've got a little move here, looking up the inside. Thought better of it, based on what happened earlier on in the race, where I went for a dive and then ended up losing a lot of time on exit and that position to kart number 6. But still P5. It looks like he's just about holding on. Let's see if we can go around the outside here. He's going defensive, and I actually prefer to go around the outside as an overtaking move around this circuit. A lot of the moves I have done have been of this nature, and there we go, into P4. Next up, I think, is kart number 6, but they are a long way up ahead, and I think that might be our finishing position in this race. But there we go. That is go-karting. Where do we start? P16. We've overtaken 12 cars so far. It could be another one to get on the podium, but I severely doubt that. This is actually the last lap of the Grand Prix. Oh my god, this is not the Grand Prix, Ben. It's the last lap of the race. We're coming up to the checkered flag up here, and that will be position number 4. Pretty good race in the end there. We had a lot of overtakes. Overall, the racing was not too bad. I didn't get taken out, which is, you know, something that often happens here or there, but you know, we got the odd squeeze. But apart from that, it was pretty good. A lot of overtakes, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more real life stuff, feel free to let me know. Now that I'm in the UK, there's just so many bloody tracks around. So I'd love to do some real life stuff in the future. I'm doing the 24-hour karting race. I'm going to vlog that. Hopefully get some GoPro footage here like you're seeing right now. And have a bit of fun. I might be doing the WTF1 Grand Prix karting thing that they do later on in the year as well, so stay tuned for that. But that's been this video. If you want to see more karting, let me know. Subscribe to the channel if you're new to see plenty more racing game content. And I will see you guys next time. Actually, yeah, after this race, I got through to the super final, and I was running in 3rd place, and then the guy who was right behind me got a black flag, and I thought the black flag was showing for me, but I was wrong. And I pulled into the pit lane for a stop-go, and ended up KOing any chances of getting a top 3 overall for the night. So that was my little story about that. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Until the next one, I'll see you next time.
Then was second position and 63.7.